No, this movie does not have anything to do with Stone Cold Steve Austin, nor does he make an appearance. But if he did, it would not have made it any more ridiculous. Taking a moment to acknowledge a shirt sent to me by my friend Dale in his effort to spread propaganda that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It says Xmas starts when Hans Gruber falls from Nakatomi Plaza. You guys should know my thoughts on this by now, and if you haven't, that means you haven't watched the third video in NASMAS 2018. I will be linking it so you can fix that. Hey y'all, it's your girl NASB and welcome back to NASMAS 2018. For today's video, I will be reviewing the Bounce TV original, A Stone Cold Christmas. So as you guys know, each video comes with a cocktail, and today's cocktail is very on theme, just based on the name of the movie. It's called a Drunk Jack Frosty.
It is. Frost yourselves.
And so I figured the Frosty with the Stone Cold, you guys see it, right? Anyways, I'm really proud of this one. As usual, I'll be placing a link to the recipe in the description box, but I'll also be inserting clips of me making it. It's another really simple one. You get your blender, you put some ice, then you put some vodka, then you put some champagne or wine. I use wine because I had wine left over. Some lemonade, some blue curacao, you blend that up. And then you get your glass. You rim that glass with some wine and you dip it in some sanding sugar, which is really just sugar with bigger grains. You pour the cocktail in it and you enjoy. Now let's get into this movie and my review. Here's the plot. Mia Stone is a shrewd businesswoman and a dreadful boss who is more concerned about money than family and friends. When she finds herself face to face with the love of her life, Mia is forced to deal with past decisions if she has any chance of a future. A revisioning of the Charles Dickens classic A Christmas Carol with a twist you never saw coming. That last part is kind of true and kind of not. So Stone Cold Christmas falls into the so bad it's good territory. This is the only movie in the series that I've done thus far that is bad, but I'd still tell you to go and watch it. Preferably with company. The more the merrier. This is something that you truly have to witness for yourself. Before I read the plot, my synopsis of it was that they combined The Grinch with A Christmas Carol because they allude to the whole ghost of Christmas present, past, and future. So they added some soap opera elements with how the whole story unfolds. Then they gave us some bad special effects and some campy acting. It's pretty slow going for the first 30 minutes, but then once it gets started, it's like a roller coaster that's on the fritz. So Mia hates Christmas. She's a hard ass that's worked her way to the top, and she has taken no prisoners along the way. Her employees fear her, she has no personal life, and she's all about the money. We begin on Christmas Eve and we see how she treats this as a regular work day. Everybody still has to come into work. As the day progresses though, we're seeing her life fall apart, especially after she's reunited with an ex. Things go from bitter to sweet to sour. And this is my only general spoiler. She manages to fix everything by Christmas Day after she has her revelations. All the fun in this movie takes place in her journey to enlightenment. Well, most of it anyways. I kid you not. They drop a bombshell in the last 10 minutes of this movie that had me unable to contain myself. I cackled so loud. As in, I saw them open the door for this thing to happen and I said to myself, I know they're not about to do what I think they're about to do. I know they're not. Y'all, they were and they did. And I'm not going to spoil it for you because the joy of this is watching it and seeing it firsthand and not necessarily expecting it. It's predictable in the storyline, but the execution, whoo, that's where the magic is. Here's what I will say. Mia is a stone cold bitch. They stayed true to the title in that one. She was mean. Remember how I said that her motivation was money? Remember how I said she took no prisoners? Yo. At first I was here for how she was portrayed. But then after a while I had to pull out. Pause. After a while, I changed my mind about that because I felt like she took it too far. They tried to balance the heaviness of some of the events in the movie with comedy, but the jokes were really stiff and I found myself laughing at the attempts more than the actual content of the jokes. And then the dramatic moments felt so displaced, it almost made me dizzy trying to make sense of them. But I want to note that there was this one actor who plays an employee of hers who has a sick daughter. He gave Kat Graham from the holiday calendar competition with the facial expression acting. The only difference is he was actually delivering lines while he was making these facial expressions, and I could decipher what feelings he was trying to give me. I felt like this movie didn't know what it wanted to be, and the end result was a stew that was a mixture of romance, comedy, horror, and drama. And the stew wasn't necessarily bad, like it won't make you sick, but it's not exactly the first thing you're gonna order on the menu, if you get me. Am I going too far with this analogy? I've committed to it and I'm leaving it in. Pause. I am on a roll. So as I was saying, it was like a moody person's stream of consciousness. No idea was turned on when writing the script for this movie, and I really have to respect and applaud the actors for their commitment to carrying it out. I tried not to look too deep into what made sense and what didn't, but honestly there was a part where she was supposed to be invisible, and this is not a spoiler because remember Ghosts of Christmas Present, Past and Future. She's basically looking at her life from the outside. So she's supposed to be invisible and immaterial, yet somehow she's able to pull a door, to hold a bag, to hold a phone. And I was just there like, what? Guys, come on. You realize by now that all of these movies give me at least one moment where I'm like, guys, come on. Falling in line with most of the movies that fit this demographic, genre, and budget, of course they feature the Black church, and they give us the message that we should give back and be selfless. It's funny how these Christmas/holiday movies all find their different but still stereotypical ways to send that same message. When they featured the church scene, for a second I was like, wait, did Tyler Perry take a pass at this script? I do want to say though, shout out to this beautiful cast full of Black people. I really had my moments where I was just like, it's worth it just to look at your faces. It wasn't only Black people, but it was majority Black, and you guys know how much I enjoy seeing that on screen. Here's hoping for more with better storylines though. And that's all I'm gonna give y'all. Add this movie to your list, go watch it, and then let's meet on the internet somewhere and discuss it. My comment section is a good place to start. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you haven't and you want to know when I release new content. Share this video everywhere, and I will see you in the next one.